20 years of ANPA.
Nigeria really made me become what I am today. And for that, I'm very, very grateful. And that's why I feel obligated to give back to the country.
We crafted a lofty vision to create a healthier Nigeria in a healthier world.
Like the beginning of most things created, ANPA started with a vision.
So let me tell you about ANPA. ANPA is the Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas. The organization was started in 1995.
Drs. Shoroye and Dr. Achoemerowa stand out in that initial effort.
We came out with a list of about 64 names.
I thought this was a good idea to get all Nigerian doctors working in the United States together in such a way that we, as a group, can function together and be supportive of one another, not just socially, but academically, professionally.
And also helping us formulate ideas to help Nigeria healthcare services.
So we sent a letter to the AMA and we got a list of over 3,000 Nigerian-born or trained physicians who were practicing in the United States and Canada, in fact.
In those early days, when ANPA was being conceived, Dr. Acho Emerua's wife, Mrs. Meg Emerua, took on all the administrative duties. She manually prepared the 3,000 invitation letters that were sent to potential members.
At the very early stages, the founding members, including myself, Dr. Merua, Dr. Shoroye, Dr. Salako, Dr. Lore, and other doctors, held long meetings, long phone calls, reviewed documents, and debated on issues, the name, bylaws, our mission statement.
It is fair to say that our early years were fraught with significant organizational dysfunction.
That motion is not acceptable. No, the motion is dead.
Several of us will recall the 4 to 6 hour board meetings that resulted in significant conflict and tension.
All those in favor of stopping debate say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. All right, the debate is stopped. Now we're going to vote now on the motion. The motion, as I read before, is as was read before. All right? All right. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. The ayes have it, and that motion carries.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I'm, however, proud to say that we have since evolved a culture of organizational readiness, organizational responsibility, and a culture of fiscal responsibility.
And everybody saw crystal clear that it was not a political organization. We're not looking to amass wealth ourselves. We're just looking to help. Once people got aware that this was the goal is really to help, things got better.
The association has actually accomplished a number of significant things in the period of its existence. The very first one is medical missions.
Dr. Segun Salako, late, a very dear friend, actually spearheaded that. And that has been the mainstay of ANPA in Nigeria today.
Hundreds of Nigerians pour in, many traveling dozens of miles on foot, all hoping to see a doctor, some for the first time in their lives. The building is in bad shape, an old hospital abandoned by the British in the 50s. During one operation, things go from bad to worse. Without warning, the lights go out.
Wow. Can you shut the lights off? These people are under anesthesia. Get going, please, go for lights.
Eventually, a large flashlight is brought in to finish the operation, and while it allows the doctors to continue, it is also a magnet for the bugs outside. By the way, you'll be glad to know that all of the surgical patients from the last mission are doing extremely well today.
We have carried out more than 200 medical missions in 20 years. That in itself is a remarkable milestone and accomplishment.
It was an eye-opener for me because it was the very first time I practiced medicine out of the United States.
Another major milestone for ANPA has been the annual convention and scientific assemblies, which are referred to as conventions or conferences for short.
And this is our inaugural convention brochure in Anaheim, California. That event was attended by about 134 persons. At least 6 of them were physicians. Some of them came with their wives who were nurses or husbands who were non-physicians. Our guest speakers included Professor Lambo of the WHO fame, Professor Ransom Kuti, one of the foremost Nigerian pediatricians and a former Minister of Health, and Mr. Randall Robinson, Executive Director of Trans-Africa, who was very active in the anti-apartheid movement. After that, there was a lot of excitement. Many people wrote to congratulate us on our meeting, and we were able then to organize our second meeting in Rye Town in New York, again trying to make this organization a very broad and national group.
During that 1996 convention in Rye, New York, ANPA formalized and adopted its bylaws. The annual convention and scientific assemblies have been attended by many notable guests. Such notable guests include Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka, King Sunny Ade, CNN's Dr. Sanjay Gupta, and many more.
The themes that we usually come up with are themes that address contemporary issues based on the kinds of questions that arise from our previous conferences. Topics that will cut across all disciplines of medicine.
And we always talk about how do we improve healthcare in Nigeria, but we never went to Nigeria. So in 2008, when I became president, I was determined that ANPA should have its convention in Abuja, the capital of Nigeria. It was not an easy task. Through that convention, we introduced ANPA to the whole of Nigeria.
For every year of ANPA's existence, there has been an annual convention and scientific assembly. And with its 20th annual convention, ANPA has returned to the place where it all began, Anaheim, California, for the 2014 convention.
In the United States, we are run by chapters, and these chapters continue to grow membership for us.
And Southern California was the earliest chapter of ANPA.
These chapters organize unique and independent events to promote ANPA's goals and objectives in their coverage areas.
So it's a truly national, multi-generational organization that we created. We were always looking for ways to not only help our members here, but also to impact our people at home. In 1995, we were able to have the first internet connection to a Nigerian medical school with the University of Ibadan. And by 1997, we had connected most of the older Nigerian universities to the internet.
We have seen ANPA involvement with other Nigerian organizations, especially the MENSAC, as well as other collaboration with Nigerian pharmacy and the Nigerian nurses.
One of the things that we've also achieved is organizing our children who were born here, who are interested in going into medicine. And in 1998, they had their first convention with us in Orlando, Florida, called Student Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas. They went on to change their name to Distinguished Nigerian Physicians of Tomorrow, and many of them are now doctors. Some of them are coming back to join ANPA.
And this has now created the seedlings of the youth and the future vision of ANPA.
We became partners with the Nigerian Ministry of Health. We became partners with the Nigerian government. We are now known They seek our advice in a lot of things. We partner with USAID to review the medical college curriculum of Nigerian medical schools. Ever since the medical schools were introduced in Nigeria, they have never reviewed their medical curriculum. We were able to get USAID to help pay for the review of the medical college curriculum, which ANPA completed last year. I mean, it's a landmark.
ANPA was instrumental to alumni of Nigerian medical schools, like Ibadan College of Medicine, coming together at ANPA conventions to form their own alumni association that really focuses on trying to improve education in their alma mater. That has now grown to the alumni of University of Nigeria, Nsukka, the Ilorin, and including the University of Benin. So we're hoping that as time goes on, we will continue to grow that aspect of ANPA.
A distinguished line of presidents has led ANPA over its 20-year history. And the next president will be Dr. Nkem Chukwumerije, 2014 to 2016. There was a time when ANPA had an auxiliary group. It was formed in the late 90s by the spouses of ANPA members. They organized social activities and took charge of other important matters.
I was able to inaugurate healthcare screening for the ANPA physicians.
The Golf Classic started, the idea started in 2008. And actually in 2011, the first Golf Classic took place, which was very successful.
Dr. Obi Maduka is the ANPA member who thought of putting on Golf Classics.
It was an idea that having the Golf Classic may be another way of raising funds to support our medical missions and other functions of the organization.
God be with you.
Over the years, unfortunately, this organization has lost a number of heroes in our struggle.
Yeah, they were all very, very dynamic and hardworking, involved in ANPA missions.
God be with you till we meet again.
ANPA, since its inception, has been a very unique Nigerian organization.
So 20 years later, here we are. We stand tall as a vibrant organization with significant potential and large prospects for our future.
The 20th convention, hosted by the Southern California chapter, took place at the Anaheim Resort in Disneyland, California, from Thursday, July 17th to Sunday, July 20th, 2014. As a continuation of ANPA's quest for a healthier Nigeria in a healthier world, the 4-day events focused on the challenges of mental health in contemporary healthcare. ANPA's Education Committee, chaired by Professor Ajobi Scott Emuafo, carefully crafted topics of presentations and discussion panels with the sole purpose of educating attendees on the pertinent issues in mental health as they affect all other medical fields.
What are the rules and regulations in terms of me being able to talk to somebody about what's going on? Is it my business at all to even get involved? So what should I do?
The numerous presentations were aimed at describing current trends in mental health, educating African healthcare providers on improving patient care, treatment options, making treatment affordable while employing new strategies to tackle issues of mental health in poor communities.
There should be a reduction of stigma. There should be rehabilitation and work placement.
Among the numerous foreign and U.S.-based dignitaries at the convention were Professor Onyebuchi Chukwu, Nigeria's Minister of Health,
Dr. Abdul Ibrahim, Registrar, Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria. Professor Eugene Okwere, National University Commission. Ambassador Jeffrey Tenelaibe, Nigeria's Consul General, Atlanta, and Ambassador Habib Habu, Nigerian Consul General, New York. Others were Dr. Jacob Ako, President, Medical Association of Nigerians in Great Britain, Dr. Jide Idris, Lagos State Commissioner of Health, and Yomi Otaigwe of Channels Television, Lagos.
Healthcare is not cheap in any country in the world. And how do we get our arms around the complicated aspect of healthcare financing?
They can do a lot of good by coming down to the state and local government level.
After 2 long days of productive brainstorming, ANPA members took time out to meet in smaller groups of alumni associations of Nigerian medical schools. Thereafter, attendees were treated to a warm reception by the Southern California chapter. The Saturday event started with the annual ANPA Golf Classic. With the support of Templa's law firm and other generous corporate and individual sponsors, contestants played to win attractive prizes while helping raise funds for ANPA's philanthropic programs in Nigeria and around the world.
Whoa, come on, ball.
While the men played golf, the women's forum had fun at the annual Tea and Hat event. The 2014 annual gala was more prestigious than ever. The outgoing president of ANPA, Dr. Mike Itomi, gave a brief opening remark during which he thanked everyone that made the events possible. He recognized and commended the unifying efforts of ANPA's past presidents and founding members.
ANPA honors each and every one of you who has been with us through this journey.
Some ANPA members were later presented with the 2014 Distinguished Service Awards. Professor Ade Adefuye, Nigeria's ambassador to the United States, conveyed well wishes from the Nigerian government.
I'm very proud of ANPA and only wish that every Nigerian organization will have this kind of quality of members in its ranks.
I, Nkem Chukwumerije.
Another major highlight of the night's event was the swearing-in of Dr. Nkem Chukwumerije as the president of ANPA. Jim Deere, mayor of the city of Carson, gave encouraging remarks and commendations of ANPA and its members.
Because the Nigerian culture is a rich and wonderful culture that's going to simply add to America and make America greater. And we know that, and so we acknowledge that without a doubt.
Dr. Obi Maduka presented various prizes to contestants at the ANPA Golf Classic. The night of entertainment was a joyous blend of special performances by Carly Nay, DJ Jasper, and Sir Josh. Going by the tremendous wealth of knowledge shared, rare networking opportunities, priceless fun moments, exciting memories, and keepsakes, the 2014 ANPA convention achieved the set goals and then some. In line with ANPA's proactive and meticulous planning culture, preparations have already started in earnest for the 2015 convention.
Looking forward to Orlando, Florida in 2015.
I'll take you around the world, my baby, oh, baby, baby, nah, nah, yeah. Back, baby, you pull over, baby, you pull over. Reverse, baby, you pull over, baby, you pull over. Show me your particular, baby, pull over, baby, you pull over. In a light, baby, you pull over, baby, you pull over. Say we there for your master. When I wine and I went to the center. You know say we there for your master. When I wine and I went to the center.
Personally, I rock your body. I promise you go home, you won't tell daddy. I give it to you like you never had it. Screaming church, like speaking Chinese. Now waiting me this, back a boom boom. Now waiting I see Zaga, but she know one me. She talks so she know one leave. I know.